Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
गजाननं भूतगणातिसेवितं कवित्तजम्बोफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुदं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजं सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत्सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। वसुदेवसुदं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। हरि ओम।
Hari Om. Very, very nice, Amma Rajalakshmi ji. Hari Om to all. We are doing Bhagavad Gita chapter-wise summary, and after completing the 13th chapter, that is Kshetra Kshetratnya Vibhaga Yoga, where Bhagwan has given distinction between who I am and who I am not. Very clearly, the distinction coming that body, mind, intellect, memory, ahankar, all this is kshetra, field, and I am the knower of the field. Then Bhagavan also explained what is Purusha and Prakriti, and then jnanam and neyam. What is worth knowing in this lifetime for a human being? That is our purpose of life. We must not waste unnecessary lot of time in knowing things which are actually not necessary to be happy, to be peaceful. That is called as gossip. Definition of gossip is it is not giving me any peace and happiness, but still I am wasting my time in knowing, inquiring about it. We must inquire about what is to be known, and what is to be known worth in this life is only one, that is Kshetratnya. After that, Bhagavan is taking a very interesting topic suddenly called as Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga. And this answers many questions in our life, that in spite of knowing that I am Atma, my nature is Satchitananda Swarup, there is Brahman, Maya, Avidya, so much of logic, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutra we read, so many texts we read, so many satsang we do, but why there is gap between my knowing and my doing? Why still there is anxiety? Why there is fear? Why there is still sometimes I behave stupidly? Or, why sometimes I do mistake? Why I get carried away? Why I get tempted? Why I display many things which is contrary to my knowledge, and then I say, oh, no, that I know at the theory level, but when the situation comes, my mind gets carried away. So the reason for that is this chapter Bhagavan has given, Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga. The reason for all this thing is the power of gunas, and then we must actually realize in this chapter what is this power of gunas. And Bhagavan says the individual becomes helpless because that is my power, Bhagavan's power. It is not very easy to overcome these gunas. So these questions are there, and other questions also we saw, why there is variety, why two children are different, why people behave differently in the same situation. One answer to all this question is the gunas. The variety which is brought in this world is the gunas. So we are doing the summary of Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga, chapter number 14. So till now what we have seen, the chapter name is Guna Traya Vibhaga Yoga, and as Gurudev puts it very beautifully, the three moods of the mind. And that's the reason some people are moody, and we wonder that why this person is moody. Sometimes the person will not smile only. Sometimes the person will talk so much. Sometimes the person will say, I don't want to, talk to anyone. The moods keeps changing, and Bhagavan says, I have created those moods. So don't underestimate the power of the moods. So these are the questions which we saw. And the main question which comes from the 13th chapter is that after knowing the Kshetrajna also at the intellectual level, how this ego or the jiva, that is I, reflected consciousness, gets attached to this body, mind, intellect. What is that Fevicol? There has to be some Fevicol to bind, no? Suppose we have to join two things, we need some Fevicol. This Fevicol is gunas. Bhagavan says, that is the power of the gunas which binds you. Purusha, prakrutistho, he bhungte. So the jiva gets attached to Prakriti with this gunan. Prakriti, jan gunan. So that is the binding factor Bhagavan has created. So when this ego binds this BMI, even after having all this knowledge, then the attachment comes. And because the attachment comes, then that is the cause where we go from one birth to another birth. Aneka janma samprapta karma bandha vidayane. And that aneka janma cycle only is, transcended. Atma jnana, with that Atma jnana, aneka janma samprapta karma bandha vidayane, Atma jnana I must have. And then with Atma jnana, this cycle can be transcended. So what is the answer? All these things are happening because of the three moods of the mind, which are called three gunas. And then before we go to the moods, So three moods are three gunas, but what is the mind? So last time we saw what is mind? Flow of thoughts. What is its function? Feel emotions. Where is its location? Now, very interestingly, yesterday, last 4 days, I had this golden opportunity to be one Sitapratnya person, Swami Advayananji. He had come to Kolad, and there was this brahmachari batch, entire brahmachari batch was there, and we did lot of introspection, learning, and adventure, etc. So, one more addition we got. So, very interesting. Location of the mind is entire body in the waking state. The office of the mind is the brain. The mind uses the brain as the office in the waking state. But as whole day we work and then say, no, I want to go and rest now. I want to go to sleep. So we go to office and then we come back home and then we don't sleep in the kitchen. Yes, people can sleep in the kitchen, but we go to our bedroom and sleep at a particular spot if it is our own home. So what is the residence of mind in the deep sleep state? That is the biological heart. And in the Swapna Avastha, where the mind resides, is in the Hita Nadi, that is between brain and mind. So there are three locations of the mind in waking state, entire body, where the brain is utilized as the office. In the deep sleep state, it is the biological heart. And in the Swapna Avastha, it is between this brain and the mind, so it projects somewhere in the neck. So these are the locations of the mind, because we do not know where the mind is located. Because it is not seen, it is Atindriya Vishaya. We cannot be perceiving it by the senses, like Brahman, Atma, mind, these are Atindriya Vishaya. So what is the result of knowing all these things? Knowing Atma and mind both. Bhagavan says you know Atma in the Kshetradnya, you knew in the 13th chapter. Now you know mind, and then you will get Param Siddhi. Sarve Param Siddhi. So two things I have to know. I must know Atma also. Atma is comparatively easier to know intellectually, because we should know the attributes of Atma: Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma, imperishable, immutable, beginningless, endless, infinite, pure existence, pure consciousness, infinite bliss, etc. There are many, many attributes, but it is not very easy to know our own mind and how it operates. So what is this Param Siddhi? Very interestingly, we saw there are two Param Siddhis, one at the transcendental level where the mind transcends, that is Mano Nasha, what Ramana Maharshi says, enlightenment. At the day-to-day level, what is Parama Siddhi? What is perfection in life? Is that facing situations what come to us unasked cheerfully, step number one. And whatever I want to achieve in life, I must achieve that with efficiency in action. When we do these two, then it is called as Paramasiddhi at transactional level. Otherwise, while facing the situation which we don't invite, we forget what is our goal, what do I want in life, in day-to-day life also. Just because the situation what has come in front of me is not as per I want, I do not want to achieve my goal. So this is where Paramasiddhi happens at the transaction level, transcendental level. I transcend the mind itself. So 3 steps in transcending the mind: purification of mind by Karma Yoga, concentration of the mind by Upasana, some Upasana, and transcendence of the mind by Jnana. So what are the 3 gunas? So now we have seen the mind details, and now we come to the main topic of this particular chapter. What are the 3 gunas? So let us sit straight and take a deep breath, because the first level itself, Bhagavan is going to take the most subtlest one, and we have to understand it, create clearly that what are the 3 gunas and how they trap us, because that is a topic. Because once we know how they trap us, then we can come out of the trap. So they don't trap us directly, they trap us indirectly. First thing is that we are not able to see it. It is not physically available to see, to kill that enemy, or what is their strategy. So we have to understand the invisible strategy of these gunas, and these gunas are created by God only. So we must not underestimate, because Maya is very, very powerful, and Maya operates with these three gunas. So what are the three gunas? Sattvam, Rajas, and Tamas. Iti gunaha. So there are three gunas: Sattva guna, Rajaguna, Tamaguna. Prakriti Sambhava. So entire Prakriti is colored, pervaded by these three gunas. All the things in this entire universe, whether it is even object, it also has gunas. Objects also has gunas. Beings also are having gunas. Plants also have these three gunas. Our mind is also having three gunas. Our body is also three gunas. So everything is pervaded by these three gunas. So that is one fact we have to see, that from today we have to see everything as distinctively clear from sattva, rajas, tamas. So there is sattvic food, sattvic thought, sattvic behavior. There is rajasic food, rajasic thought, rajasic behavior, rajasic desire, rajasic vasana, in the same way tamasic. So there are three gunas: sattva, rajas, tamas. So Prakriti is made up of sattva. What is the main element of sattva? Purity. What is the main element which is rajas, which is, we can understand, is passion, action. And what is the main point is tamas? That is inertia. And we all operate and we all experience this again and again during our daytime. Suddenly I don't feel like doing, no, I don't feel like doing anything now. I want to rest. I want to take sleep. So that is now tamas is predominant. Now I want to do something, I want to achieve something, I want to go here, I want to see that, I want to do this, I want to get that. So that is where the rajas is predominant. And on Sunday morning, instead of doing anything else, many people do many things. They go for jogging, they go for exercise. We must do that. But Sunday morning, getting up early and then coming to this jnana, sattva has to be predominant. Otherwise, we will not come. So henceforth, we must not blame people. You are not coming for this class, you are not interested in this knowledge. So whenever sattva is predominant, we want to know. We want to acquire knowledge. So when sattva guna is predominant, then our desire will be, I want to know something, I want to do puja, I want to know something, I want to do something noble. So sattva guna it will create purity in the mind. And so that time also is divided into sattva, rajas, tamas. Mornings, sattva is predominant. Afternoon, rajas is predominant, action. And the evening, when it starts after 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, then I want to just chill out, drink something, eat something, rest something, watch TV, lie down. Tamas time starts. Now you don't ask, because those people are having shift, they work whole night. They work whole night, but it will have impact on the body, it will have impact on the system, because this is the system what nature has given. So Bhagavan says that, oh Mahabaho, he is, challenging. Whenever Bhagavan, says Arjun Mahabaho, he is saying is that he is appreciating at the one end, one side, and then is also challenging that these gunas are not very easily, overcome. So then any warrior who listens to that, oh, I cannot kill these gunas, I cannot overcome, then I have to work hard, because warriors and all, they get motivated when they are challenged. See the kind of effect, power of these gunas. Why he is telling Mahabhava? Because he is showing Arjun that bigger than you, there are these gunas, and see the power of these gunas. Gunas bind the spirit to the matter. So now when we understand this, Nibadnanti Mahabaho, Dehi Dehinam. So this gunas actually are the binding factor between Atma. No, Atma cannot be bound, this Jiva and this Prakriti. Atma is boundless, cannot be bound. So when I say I am in bondage, so what is the reason for that bondage? These gunas. So what I have to done? I have to overcome the power of gunas, then this bondage will go. So what is the bondage? These gunas are creating this bondage. What does bondage do? What does these gunas do? They make us cry, they make us laugh, they delude us, they confuse us, they make us weak. And that's the reason we have to overcome. Sometimes we are very happy, sometimes we cry, sometimes we are sad, sometimes we are so excited, sometimes we are so inspired, sometimes I don't want to do anything. No, I don't want to read any scriptures, I don't want to attend any satsang, I just want to sit. And so these gunas actually are constantly playing, and unless and until we overcome it, we will be carried away by their power. Creates delusion, creates birth, death cycle, create a chain, create a trap, create pain, create limitation in us. I feel limited because of these gunas, and they have trapped us now. And people say, no, it is normal. Sometimes my mood is like that, sometimes my mood is like that, sometimes my mood is like that. But that is a big trap going on, and we are inside this trap. So this chapter is going to take us out of this trap, limitation. Even though my real nature is indestructible, infinite, I get identified, bonded with this particular gunas and suffer. So who is the sufferer? I, that ego, reflected consciousness. K2, Kshetrajna 2, what we learnt in the... So how this K2 or the Kshetrajna 2 gets bound to this body, mind, intellect is with the power of these gunas. Influences my body, my intellect, every moment these gunas are changing. So unless we become aware, unless we know where is the enemy located, unless and until we have a strategy, these gunas will just take us and then enjoy. And that's the reason suddenly we feel very happy, suddenly we feel sad, up and down, constantly goes on. Equanimity is not there. So that is how our life goes on. So please show me the gunas. Bhagavan says, no, these gunas cannot be seen. No, then how can I believe? But Bhagavan says that you don't know. Have you seen any atom? Have you seen electron? Have you seen proton? Have you seen attachment? Have you seen mind? No, that I have seen, but I believe. Have you seen earth rotating? Have you seen earth is round? No, but science has said so. Earth is flat. No, our experience. So many things are not seen. So how do we know that all this proton, neutrons, and this atomic theory? So we know certain things. Now this is very important. Certain things we know by the effect of it. The cause is not known. We can only understand gunas from his effect. Like we can see proton effect, we can see atomic theory effect, we can see how electron creates different properties in the elements. We can see if the earth is flat, it will not give all the answers how it is rotating around the sun. So with its effects, we can understand the cause. So that is how from its effect, we can understand the gunas. So now this chapter becomes very interesting because we are going to focus on the effect. When we go to doctor will first ask, okay, please tell us what is the symptom. No, morning cold is there, afternoon it is less, evening it is more, I cannot sleep. Okay, anything more? Do you have cough also? Yes, cough also is there. Do you get fever? Yes. When do you get the fever? So when all these effects or symptoms doctor sees and writes down, then he say, okay, this is because of this viral fever. No, this is not viral. This is malaria. No, this is not malaria. This is something else. Typhoid. So now with the effect, we are going to identify the guna. So this war is not easy because the enemy is hiding and the enemy's only bullets are seen. So from where the bullets are coming, we have to shoot there. How gunas binds us and creates all above problems, we have to listen. So now most interesting part is the first part, the sattva. We have to listen carefully. How sattva binds us. And that's the reason spirituality, when we come, we go beyond one step of physiology and psychology. If we go outside, people say, okay, I have sattvic food, have sattvic knowledge. But people get bound by that sattvic food and sattvic knowledge only, and the ego increases. No, no. I am a very sattvic person. I don't like tamasic person. Big ego, very subtle ego is developing. I am very knowledgeable. I am peaceful. Another trap is that I am blessed. This is all good, sattvic, but that is also binding. So we have to listen to the sattva, how sattva binds. This is the most interesting part. We know how rajas binds by passion and action, how tamas binds by inertia, nidra, alasya, pramada, but how sattva binds. And when we understand this, the ego will be reduced because we get trapped. Sattva binds us very subtly. We don't know also how sattva binds us. The three gunas binds us with three shaktis, so it has got shakti, power, and that's the reason this shakti, feminine shakti, we worship, and that's the reason Durga comes and kills all this tamas. Lakshmi comes and blesses us and gives us this power of we call as money, but wealth, rajas, and then Saraswati comes and gives the knowledge. तो सत्व ज्ञान शक्ति, रजस प्रवृत्ति विक्षेप शक्ति, and tamas avaran shakti. These are the three shaktis gunas have. So we worship Shakti, so we worship the feminine part as such. This is called as Shakti. So there are three Shaktis which binds us. Rajas and Tamas, I understand how knowledge binds us actually. One place you say, no, knowledge liberates. Now you are saying knowledge is binding. So that is what is the point. You have to pay attention how these three Shaktis binds us. So basically there are two bondages. Original bondage is ignorance. Participatory bondage is gunas. When these two come together, then we feel bonded. All these gunas binds us because of ignorance of our own self. That is called as original bondage. And participatory bondage. Participants mean these gunas participate with ignorance. And then they bind us and play all this drama of ups and downs, this emotion, this behavior, that behavior, this temperament, that temperament, and this whole drama constantly goes out inside of emotions and feelings. And that is why this chapter is called as moods of the mind. They keep predominating each other. So this is very important. One mood doesn't remain. They are all interchangeable. So from today, we must have patience. We must understand people well. That suddenly I may talk big things. And evening, I may go and do something and then say, this person, I don't understand. This person talks all Vedanta in the morning, evening he goes to the bar and drinks and then does a lot of things outside. So these moods can predominate, interchange. So basically in life, we experience three states of the moods. Sometimes we feel peaceful and happy. How are you? I am peaceful and happy. Sometimes we feel agitated, irritated, frustrated, angry. And sometimes we feel dull, inertia, don't want to do anything. I just want to lie down. I don't want anything. I don't need anything. You just leave me alone. I just want to sleep. So when people are saying this, then 14th chapter comes and tells us, okay, understand these are the effects what they're telling. The real cause which is sitting behind is that this time this guna is more predominant. And then we understand the person very well. This is very important because, when two people get married also, one is tamasic, one is rajasic, whole life there will be challenge. Suppose one is rajasic, one is sattvic, problem. Somebody wants to do this, go there. The other person, no, I just want to listen to this, do satsang, shravan, manan. And suppose sattva gets married to tamas, then the whole problem in life. I just want to sleep, don't want to do anything, pleasure, eat, shopping, this, Dubai, that, here. And the other person says, I want to go to ashram and listen to this Upanishad, that Upanishad. And do people have to live together? What a challenge. So when we understand these gunas, we understand lot of challenges what people have. Why I get along with some people so well, number one. Why I like some person more than another person. Basically, these are effects. Like dislike is effect. The cause is gunas. Two sattva people can just go to a library and whole day sit and read. Not interested in it. If with that the rajas person comes, the rajas person will say, no, no, let's do that. Let us see this. Let us, what is the account? What is this? What, how much money? What this? Several conversations will start. I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do back to back action. Rajas is predominant. So how the sattva binds? Now we have to pay attention. Sukha sangena badnati. Jnana sangena chanaga. So, hey Anaga, pure Arjun, I am telling this knowledge to you because Sattva Guna is Pradhan in you. But this Sattva Guna also has two powers to bind. Sukha and Jnana. So this is very, very interesting because all our life we say all actions are done for knowing something or being happy. Now Bhagavan says these two also are binding. So I'll take one example and then we go ahead. Suppose I come to know from my friend. It comes, information comes from WhatsApp, YouTube, or somebody. There is this Money restaurant, which is a popular South Indian restaurant, has come in Ghatkopar. So 2-3 times a year. Then I go there. And best thing what is available there is filter coffee. Then, oh, I also like filter coffee. Then I have filter coffee. Ah, best filter coffee in the world. And then what happens when I have that filter coffee? I have to listen to this example. Then we are going to analyze. The moment I have this filter coffee, sukha, peace. Ah, whenever we like something, my eyes get closed and that sip goes, and I don't want to go for that sip to go down. I experience peace, sukha, and then I want to repeat this sukha. I want again and again that sukha to repeat, and the trap starts. भोग में आसक्ति जहर है. सो परिवार में ममता जहर है और ज्ञान में अहंकार जहर है. When that attachment comes there, we do not know. So how sukha can bind me? How you are telling be peaceful, be happy? So do you think, are you saying that we don't have to do anything which gives us happiness? I must go to another restaurant and eat something or drink something where I don't like filter coffee. There is another restaurant where also coffee is available, but I don't like that coffee. Are you saying that I must go to that restaurant that I have that coffee and I must not have this coffee which gives me sukha? So now this dilemma is there where Bhagavan has taken this topic, very subtle topic, how sukha binds us. Sukha means shanti also, peace, and how jnana binds us. So creates bondage to sukha, peace of mind. Whenever I feel peace of mind, we have to become alert from today. No, no, it should not be binding. And jnana, knowledge in the intellect, that also is binding. How? Here sukha is a peaceful state arising of desire fulfillment, not sukha originating from Atma. So suppose the moment any desire is fulfilled, now I want to have coffee, so I, arrange everything, then I have to go there, and then I take the auto rickshaw or car, then park the car, then take out the money, and then, pay and then that particular person will give me some kind of coupon, then a lot of crowd, and that coffee comes, and then after that, when I have that coffee, when it touches my tongue, that time my eyes gets closed because the desire is fulfilled. The moment desire is fulfilled, my eyes gets closed, and then there is that momentary peace, and that momentary peace I called as happiness. Ah, best coffee. Ah, what a touch. Ah, what a smell. Ah, what a form. Ah, so all these 5 indriyas come together. And that desire is fulfilled. So now this peace or the sukha, what is coming is from desire fulfillment. Now that is where the trap starts. Once I get sukha from one desire, one object, one person, one situation, then I become dependent on that person. Now we have to pay attention. I become dependent on that object. I become dependent on that situation to have sukha again and again, and that's the reason it doesn't work, because same person, same object, same situation may not give sukha, or if it is giving sukha also, how many times I will be able to fulfill that desire and get that particular sukha from that? When I feel happy, then I don't feel bondage of happiness. This is why this sattva bondage is very subtle, because I don't feel the bondage when I feel happy. I want more of it. I feel lighter. In Rajas and Tamas, it is very easily to identify, because I get irritated. I feel, complacent. I feel lazy. These two are comparatively easy to understand and overcome. But whatever is giving me happiness and peace, that to overcome becomes a challenge. But in peaceful state of mind, I feel happy. The trap starts here. The moment I feel happy or peaceful with a person, this is a point to note, with an object or with a situation, the trap has already started. We superimpose happiness on outside, which is inert. Other person say, no, I don't like coffee, I like tea. No, I don't like tea, coffee at all. I will have juice. So, which is inert, impact of tamas, ignorance. And what is the impact of rajas? I want that object and which gives me happiness. So much of effort I do to get one person. So much of effort I do to cook one idli. Now it is ready-made, but idli example is taken in this because earlier days before this ready-made idli and mixers were there, it used to take 1.5 days to make idli. So much of grinding, so much of, putting that in water and keeping exactly for 24 hours, 12 hours, and then how much time does it, that idli, when it comes on my tongue, it is remaining only for 30 seconds. So much of activity to get one person, one object, and one situation. So much travel to go to Switzerland. And people get so anxious when they get into the aeroplane and then change aeroplanes and then reach there and then watch that beauty in the Switzerland of what is the Alps, the mount, snow-capped Alps, and I just cannot stand cold. Little cold water, and I get cold, and I want to go and see. I'm not saying that one should not do, but how the trap happens. One object, situation, person. Suppose I realize that it gives me peace of mind or happiness. So much of activity I have to do to get that, maintain it, and again have that happiness from that. If I get, I feel peaceful, sattva. If I don't get that, whatever I want, rajas, agitation start. And suppose I am never going to get this person, object, situation in this lifetime, sadness. Sadness is a effect of tamas. Irritation, frustration, anger is effect of rajas. So, important point to note, Bhagavad Gita is called Ashoka Upanishad. Shoka Samvigna Manasa, first chapter, last word. And last word by Bhagwan is Shuchi. I will release you from Shoka. Shoka, sadness, is the greatest, deepest enemy of our mind in our life. So, it is better sometimes that if I get angry, irritated, frustrated, I must not allow sadness, depression, feeling low to be remaining for long time in my mind. I must just get out of it and do something. Doing something is better than sulking, making us, face, and then, sharing the sad story. Greatest enemy of our life is because it grows. Anger still is better than sadness in comparison. Important, outside object becomes cause of happiness, thought-based happiness. This peace and happiness, sukha shanti, sukha sangena, this sukha or shanti is not coming from Atma, source of Atma. Atma, sukha shanti is superimposed on the object and the thought is created. It is vritti janya. When that thought goes, happiness goes. And that's the reason our Sukha Shanti remains only for a moment, microsecond. And then another activity. Gurudev says a person who is going to school, he says, my life will be made when I go to college. Why? Because, I can bunk classes, I can wear any clothes, I have a lot of freedom. When the college comes, so many things come, and then once I get money, once I get a job, then my life will be so happy. The moment I get into job, first salary, all politics in the office, this, that, work, targets, happy. And the person who is working, once I get married, then life will be happy. The moment I get married, then dal, roti, chawal, ghar, EMI all start. And then the person settles, little bit works on, gets carried away. And then once I get a child, then the happiness will be there. And Gurudev says, once the child comes, then it is this nappy changing, that, this, and then which school to take, what name to, and then there are so many in-laws. In this, all this journey, one momentary happiness comes and goes, we don't notice also. And we get trapped. So this is a sukha trap, very, very subtle trap. And this subtle trap is so powerful that we don't know that we are getting into a trap. That is why it is subtle. Then I say, aham sukhi, I am happy. I like that pleasurable state. I get attached to that pleasure. And that mind constantly craves for that person, that object, and that situation which I have superimposed. Sometimes so there a joke is that I don't like myself, but somebody else like me. There's a problem only. One actor told that I find myself very boring, but other person finds interesting. Problem. I try to get that person, object, situation which gives me happiness. In that trying, now this is a Mahavakya, this is where the whole point is to be understood clearly. In trying to get that object, situation, person, and having happiness from that, desiring happiness from that, I forget that my nature is bliss itself. And how is that bliss? Infinite bliss. So that's the reason it's a trap, because whenever the mind goes away from its source of happiness in search of happiness, which is illusory, which is temporary, that is where the trap starts. And earlier chapter we have seen that wherever other person sees sukha, a sannyasi sees dukkha there. He says, no, I am not seeing any sukha there. My sukha is only Atma. So I will go in search of Atma. How will I go in search of Atma? Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasam. I will listen about Atma. I will meditate. I will do contemplation about Atma attributes. I will contemplate about Atma, closing eyes, and then I will meditate and transcend my mind. This is the trap. How is the trap goes? Ignorance. It will create bondage. And because of ignorance, because I do not know my nature as happiness, I am searching happiness somewhere else. Like that beggar, whole life goes into begging. Whole life. And at the end of his journey, somebody comes, his relative comes and tells, the jhopdi where you are staying, just dig that, the place where you are sleeping, your ancestors have kept, some kind of wealth for you. And he starts digging and he finds crores and crores worth gold and diamonds his ancestors had kept. So I am sitting on gold, diamond, but I am behaving, or my own perception is that I am a beggar and I have to beg constantly for some happiness, for some appreciation, for some fame, for some power. So this is Sukha Sangha. This is Jnana Sangha. I think I forgot the... Manisha, can you give me the mobile where I can see the timing? Jnana Sangha, knowledge of all substances for happiness is Kshetra Dharma. Types of Jnana Sangha. How the knowledge traps is? I have lot of knowledge. I am seeking supreme knowledge. I can understand so many scriptures. I can understand Bhagavad Gita. I can understand Upanishads. I have some siddhis. I am a famous teacher. So many people come to attend my class. And then I say, how many people come to attend your class? My class, 70 people come. I am special, my class is special, my knowledge is special, suppose this is where the knowledge trap starts. I have a divine connection. God speaks through me. I don't speak, I am just instrument of God. Again, big problem. If I am an instrument, I must not say that I am an instrument. If I am innocent, the person who says, I am very pure and innocent, this person, how can a pure innocent person know that I am pure and innocent? I am a great monk. My guru is great. My path and goal is highest. I am greater than other people. I am superior. So, all this, we must have that pride about our guru, culture, nation. But it must not become a trap to me that I get trapped in it. All this knowledge is vritti janya, belongs to intellect. So, it is inert. And because it is inert, it belongs to kshetra dharmya. I am kshetrajna. In meditation, when we feel peaceful, there are many people who do meditation to feel peaceful. This is a big trap. It's good. At least there will be some benefits of meditation. But that peaceful state of mind, it is state of mind, and my goal is to transcend the mind. And when I get peaceful state of mind in the meditation, I must do meditation to be peaceful, but that should not be my goal. Knowledge is not my goal. Knowledge is the means. So should we not meditate for fruit of peace? We can, but my nature is Sukha Shanti. Meditation must not become a trap that only when I meditate I feel peaceful, because my nature is peace only. So suppose I focus on my own nature, that is infinite happiness and peace, then I will get trapped into that meditation that when I'm not doing meditation, I'm not peaceful. So that transcending of the mind will not happen, and these are the two subtle traps of knowledge and sukha. Subtler the knowledge, more is the attachment. Knowledge trap is very subtle, very deeper. Vivekananda says that the last trap which goes is that, I am special, I am famous, fame trap. I have all the knowledge, but people like so many people coming to me, thousands people are my followers. When Gurudev used to start the yajna or complete the yajna, he used to earlier days do Sastang Namaskar after the yajna is complete. So somebody asked him, why are you doing Sastang Namaskar to 5,000-10,000 people sitting here? He says that Narayana is coming and listening. I am seeing Narayana only. Narayana talking, Narayana listening, Narayana doing Shravan Manan Nididhyasanam. When only that bhava comes, this knowledge, knowledge trap will not catch us. Otherwise, knowledge trap is the very, very subtle trap. I am not even aware that I am feeling that I know more than others. No, right now, I am not interested in the lower texts. I am not interested in all these things. I want all top, very deep and all. Whatever Bhagavan is giving us, there will be some message to us in that. There is nothing lower or higher. So this is Jnana Sangha. And earlier what we saw is Sukha Sangha. So there are two traps at the Sattvic level which traps us. And my Atma is Jnana Swarup only. And this Jnana trapper is knowledge of something else other than me. So, the moral of the story, Mahavakya, is become aware of this Sukha and Jnana Sangha and go beyond this Sattva Guna. Next Sunday, we are going to see the Rajas and Tamas trap. These are easy to understand. Today, I am inviting all of you to contemplate on this Sukha trap. How to contemplate and meditate on this Sukha trap? Just ask myself, what all things I like, which gives me peace and happiness. Which person I like, which object I like. And that's the reason when you ask people, how are you feeling? I am very happy and peaceful. Okay. Or suppose I take away the restaurant and coffee and food, you like, no. Then suppose I take away your family, no. This person, then I will not be happy and peaceful. No, that is my trap. This person is my trap because I thinking that this person is giving me happiness and peace. No. Atma nature is peace and happiness. No, no, this place, this house, I am very peaceful. Whenever I go outside this house, I am restless. House become traps. Not that we must not have a house which is comfortable and secure, but God's house is entire globe and universe and this sky. I must be peaceful under the sky anywhere. So these two, I'm inviting all of you to contemplate this week. Other two traps are easier to grasp. These traps we do not know also when that we are trapped. It is called as a person goes into the jail and now the jail itself sounds to be the heaven, the problem. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.